Hi, my name's Rachel from PRW Training. Today we're going to do an abdominal workout on all fours. If you have any problems with your wrists, you might want to just get a cushion so that you've got a slightly less angle, or bring your hands a little bit further away from you. If it really hurts, don't do the workout. That's the answer. Is that you only want to be able to do things that you can feel is working you in a good way, and if there's any bad pain going on, stop immediately. Okay, so we're going to start by focusing on the shoulder blades. Now, the shoulder blades along your back, you want to feel they can glide along your rib cage. So they can protract and they can retract, and they sort of connect towards each other, and they can then hug the body around the outside. And we're going to do that in an all fours position. So your hands are underneath your shoulders and your knees are underneath your hips. You're going to make sure that the stomach muscles are lifted and that you're nice and long through the head to the tail. The elbows are facing out towards the sides, so don't hyperextend the arms and drop here. You're making sure that you've got a nice support. We're going to retract the shoulder blades. So without moving anything other than the shoulder blades, you're gently going to draw them together at the back, and then we go all the way through and we protract and feel them pushing away. So we allow that chest to drop down towards the mat and the shoulder blades draw together, and then we protract and we feel those shoulder blades going the opposite direction. We're going to do that twice more. So this will just help stabilize where the shoulders are. The body remains completely still, and it's just that movement through the shoulders that allows that body to go up and down. One more. Drawing the shoulder blades together and down the back, and then hugging it and wrapping it the opposite direction, and then coming back to neutral, which will be halfway between the two. Find that stability, stomach muscles are engaged. Let's just sit back onto the heels and release those wrists. Okay, so that will just help getting that mobility and stabilization through the shoulder blades that we're going to work on throughout this workout. So next we're going to do a cat. You're going to feel the stomach muscles scooping up and underneath the rib cage. The tummy is doing the work. The head and shoulders are going to be as relaxed as they can be in the process. Hands directly underneath the shoulders. We're going to take a nice inhale to prepare. As we exhale, we tuck the tailbone underneath. Head releases and you scoop those stomach muscles up and underneath the rib cage. Inhale and feel that spine nicely stretching out while you're here. As you exhale, the tailbone lengthens away, the head reaches forward, and we come back into that nice long straight line. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, tuck the stomach muscles underneath the rib cage as you curve that spine and really feel a nice stretch. Take a nice deep breath in. And then as we exhale, we lengthen the tailbone away. The head then lengthens with it into one nice long line. We're going to do that twice more. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, scoop those stomach muscles up and underneath the rib cage. Allow that neck to release. You can just make sure that it's not taking any tension. Take a nice deep breath in, and then exhale, lengthening that tailbone away. Now the stomach is doing all the work and controlling for you. That's where you're wanting to feel it working. So we inhale to prepare, and it should feel nice and stretchy into that back and into those shoulders. Inhale and hold, increase that stretch, and then exhale, lengthen that tailbone away, the head elongates, nice and long, and then let's just sit back onto the heels and release those wrists. Good. Okay, from here we're going to do some arm and some leg reaches. Now the aim is, because we're then going on to 3 points, that you're trying to keep the body as stable as possible. And this is where we need to feel like we've got a corset around your waist, and that corset is tightening to be able to allow that stability through the body. So we're in this all fours position here. We're just going to work one arm to start with. I want you to lengthen the arm along the mat, and before you lift it up, squeeze those tummy muscles and then lift the arm. Bring it back down and then place the hand back underneath you. We're going the other side. Lengthen the fingertip along the mat and then lengthen it out. Bring it back down to the mat, place the hand back underneath. Other side, lengthening the arm away. Keep those tummy muscles engaging as you reach the arm. Bring it back down. Place the hand underneath you. Now that rib cage is feeling that corset. You're not letting anything move. That back isn't dropping, and we're keeping the stomach muscles nicely connected. And release. Now we're going to go into a foot. So we reach one foot along the floor first. You squeeze into the glutes, and then we lengthen that leg away from you to lift it up. We bring the foot back down to the floor, and then place the knee back underneath you. Other side, lengthening it away. Squeeze into the bum cheek and lengthen. Bringing it back down, and then place the knee underneath you. One more on each side, lengthening it away. Squeeze into the bum cheek as you lift. We bring it back down, and we release the knee underneath you. Last one. Keep that corset into the middle, working that waist. Lift, down, bring it back underneath you. Sit back onto the heels, release the wrists. Good, okay. Now, you might realise I'm not going very fast. We want this slow and controlled. We're now going to work opposite arm and leg. So as you lengthen it away, you're feeling that elongation through from the fingertip to the toe and feeling that corset around the waist tightening as you do so. So we're going to feel that connection through the middle first. We're then going to lengthen one arm and one leg along the floor. Find that stability. Then you squeeze into the glutes as you lengthen the arm away and the toe is reaching away. Bring it back down to the floor and then place it back underneath you. Other side. Lengthen it away. Squeeze into the glutes, reach. Bring it back down. Place the knee underneath you. Again, one more on each side. Lengthen it away. Squeeze. Bring it back down. Weight underneath you. Last one. Lengthen it along the floor first. Then lift. Bring it back down. And then place the weight underneath you and release. Give those wrists a roll. This time, opposite arm and leg, pulse the 5. Okay? So, finding that stable all fours position. We've reached the arm and leg. We lengthen away. We're just going to pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring it back down. Place it underneath you. It's not very big. Use that resistance. Lengthen it away. Squeeze and lengthen. And then pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring it back down. Underneath you. One more on each side. Lengthen it away. Squeeze and elongate. And then pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5. And release. Last one, that back's not arching, we're just feeling an elongation, and then pulse into the glutes. 3, 4, 5, bring it back down, release, roll out those wrists. Good. Okay, so now we're going to really focus onto the glutes. We're going to lift the foot as if you imagine your foot is on the ceiling, and you're just going to try and push that ceiling up a little bit higher, okay? So, nice and stable through the body, tummy muscles are engaged, and we're going to just take that foot behind you. So we've got a bent leg, that foot is then flat, and we're just going to pulse up towards the ceiling 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring it back down. Other side. Reaching the foot up. And we pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring it back down. Good. Keep that connection, rib cage to hips. We're going out to the side like a peeing dog. The hips don't shift though, and then we're going to pulse from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. Other side. Keep those tummy muscles engaged as we reach. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, coming back down. Now we're going to circle the legs. So we reach that foot up towards behind you. Keep those tummy muscles engaged. Now circle the hip. 2, going 10 times. Now we're really trying not to move the body. That's the challenge. 5, 6, 7, keep using those glutes. 9, and the last one, and release. And if you're like me, you might get a little bit of a hamstring working in the process there. Just lengthen it out behind you to be able to stretch through that hamstring. Bring it back down. Now we're going to go with the other side. We're going to reach that leg up. Keep the connection into the tummy muscles here. And we circle. 2, 3, 4. Nice and stable in the body. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And release. Out to the side. Peeing dog position. And we're circling. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep squeezing that corset. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And release. Last one. Out to the side and we circle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release it down. Well done. You're finished.